Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Tim, Braden, Second Legacy. You are amazing. And today, let's just be honest, guys, it's going to be a whole lot of the Kamala show for a little while. Because it not all is that it seems, Tim. Not all is as it seems. Because if you were to look at the media, social media, anywhere out in the universe, you would think that guns are going to be gone forever. It's going to solve the scourge of gun violence. Kamala Harris has descended from on high as the second coming of whatever political figure you want to say. But all is not as it looks. It's we're here for you. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. And guys, deploying 2A humor and sarcasm right now for the 2A. Tim, did you hear? Kamala Harris descended. She actually came down on a cloud. I heard it. I saw it.
Yeah, I know.
I knew a friend of a cousin who saw it.
Yeah, I heard all about it. You know, they were all amped up about Michelle or Whitmer or Newsom, and then they realized they don't get the money or the delegates, and they're like, how about her? And
do we have to?
Like,
yeah, I think we have to.
we really need that money. Whatever. Yay. Our next president. Chirp, 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 chirp. It's like.
But hey, listen.
Yeah.
The parallel energy is unmatched.
It is.
I mean, something's happening. This is 08. Barack Obama all over again. Dude, the things that I'm hearing, I'm just like,
dude,
wow.
The Twitter sphere is blowing up as Dr. Slides had mentioned in pre-show. You know, it's like all these randos, like we don't even know who these people are. None of us follow them. We don't even know who they are. They have like 2 posts and one follower, and they're all out there like, oh my gosh, Kamala, it's the second coming. It's so amazing. Oh my gosh, we're all gonna just have the greatest life ever. You know, it's like, wow. I mean, they have turned on the propaganda spigot, dude. It is insane.
I mean, I think we found where the $200 million goes.
Right?
I think we found it.
To like Chinese troll farms or something. Yeah.
Something's popping. Well, you know what, Tim, I love you as a peer and co-producer, talent star person on this. So I'm going to bring you the goodness right out front. And I'm just going to show you something that I think actually you or Dr. Slide sent me of Chuck Schumer yesterday, talking about the excitement, the raw levels of excitement for Kamala Harris. It's unparalleled. Let's play number 1, Doc.
And become the next president of the United States of America. Applause. Hakeem.
Applause? But he didn't get an applause, but he got a bunch of laughter.
Oh, that's odd, because that's not what I was just told. Because you'd think that you could do some basic level entry of, yay.
Yeah. I think there was a rally for her first rally since being anointed.
Yes.
And, you know, there was more than 10 people there, and they're just circulating the internet with like, look, I mean, MAGA likes crowds. Look at this. And it's like, yeah, she was anointed yesterday. The Democrat Party has been in a tailspin and freaking out, thinking that their entire world's coming to an end. And so they finally anoint not their first, second, maybe even third or fourth choice, but they finally elevate somebody to the position. It's a choice. And now they're all just like, oh my gosh, this is so great. I mean, we didn't know who she was yesterday, and we tried to replace her with everybody under the sun, but now she's the one.
Right.
And so, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of excitement for that first rally. I think after the first debate and after the second, certainly, there's probably not going to be as much excitement.
Yeah, I would. It's the state of our politics is so fascinating. I mean, genuinely, if you look at unfavorability ratings of Kamala Harris, which we covered in one of our videos yesterday, I mean, it's like 3 times worse than Trump. And Trump is like one of the most polarizing figures in American politics. He's -4 in a swing state. She's -17. He's -2. She's -16. And that's favorability. That's not even job approval. That's not even swing states. I mean, that's not policy. It's just, do I like your face? Yeah. I mean, like, she's losing to Orange Man bad in that category. It's just
well, the Democrats are out running their own polls, and somebody on X had made a funny post about those that were sampled, and it was like 238 registered Democrats, like 100 registered Republicans, and look, surprisingly, Kamala's got a 10-point lead on Trump.
1%. Yeah. No, it was like 1%. Yeah, we edged him out. New CBS poll. Yeah, dude, it's the propaganda is on blast.
It is,
y'all.
Dude.
Just stay subscribed, stay tuned in. We are not going to lead you astray. But speaking of leading astray, Tim, look at that. I did my own setup for my next point. You know that whole thing where they say Donald Trump's a danger to democracy, and like that's pretty much their main attack point of Donald Trump, is that he's a danger to democracy, and democracy will end. And how you say democracy, right?
Yeah, just like it did in 2016 to 2020. It was amazing how everything ended. Somehow they brought it back to life, but it all ended under him the first time. Yeah.
Well, those defibrillators.
I mean, we were all suffering under 1% inflation, and $1.90 a gallon of gas, and food, eggs that weren't $6 a dozen. It was like 39 cents. I mean, it was horrible. I don't know how we survived that era. It was insane.
Well, I mean, that's true. But the soul grew back after that, though. I think.
Yeah.
That's what I was told.
I mean,
kind of. Anyway,
who doesn't want a good 7% interest rate on their home purchase? I mean, it's just great where we're at right now.
Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it.
2.5%? That was insanity. We're all dying under that pressure. Anyway.
Oh, my God. It was too much joy. You need some stoicism in your life to really feel the appreciation for the good times. So that Democratic point, this is number 2. This is from the Babylon Bee today. Donald Trump will destroy democracy, says party nominating candidate no one voted for.
The old bait and switch. I love the Bee.
The old gotcha.
Yeah. Vote for Joe. He's going to crush Trump like he did in 2020. It's going to be amazing. Thanks for your votes, folks. But he's not the one. Get off stage. Hey, well, over here
he's not. Yeah. Have we showed you the Kamala vintage? Right. She's younger, more annoying, and just as communist.
I think that's epic to see the Gen Zers out there. Like, the reason I'm voting for Kamala is because she's young and invigorates the ticket. She's 60, dude.
But she's younger than dirt, so that's good.
She's 15 years younger than the other dude we just kicked out that you voted for. It's like,
that's what I love. I love about that whole talking. Like, if you follow all these talking points, guys, and you're looking at where the Democrats kind of go in it's like watching a flock of birds, right? Like, there's a propaganda point, and one of the birds says, "Oh, propaganda," and they all go, and then pretty soon after that, another propaganda point. I mean, it's literally, Joe Biden, he was too old, but now he's out. So let's talk about how Trump was too old. It was never about the number in chronological order, you dunce. It was about the fact that he was like, God, these people, it just kills me.
I know.
It kills me.
They are a special breed. There is no doubt about that.
It is. It is. The vote blue no matter who crowd does kind of hurt my soul, because we know that there are Democrats out there that support gun rights, have guns, and they follow this program because we love them and they love us. But just for them, this is what Team D is doing. I said it. This is what Team D is doing. This is number 3. This is what she just announced yesterday.
We who believe that every person in our nation who should have the freedom to live safe from the terror of gun violence will finally pass red flag laws, universal background checks, and an assault weapons ban. And we who believe in reproductive freedom.
You got to do that one.
Yeah. I mean, there she is right out there calling for gun control. I mean, but that is what the Democrat Party does now. 30 years ago, they were heavily divided, right? Matter of fact, there was not that long ago, 20, 30 years ago, there were Democrat politicians that would take money from pro-gun organizations in D.C., lobby groups. Well, that's all ended.
Yep.
No Democrat will take any pro-gun money anywhere, any place at any time anymore. Mm-hmm. Now, there are pro-gun Democrat voters, but in D.C., there are no pro-gun Democrats left. And so it's not surprising to see her go out there and think that this is going to get her somewhere. But who knows?
Correct. Well, we're in the phase where it's all idealistic and it's all, here's my rhetoric and here's my talking points and here's the things that I know poll well. For example, that's why she didn't say we're going to get rid of all handguns because that's the cause of all crime in the United States is what they accuse the guns of, right? So, we can't say that because that would be, whoa, that's too far. But we can do universal background checks, which would require a national registry, which would require knowing where every single gun is and violating federal law. But at least we'd have the universal background checks.
Yeah.
And those red flag laws, Tim, due process be damned. It only violates 3 of the first 10 in the Bill of Rights. That's only 3. There are 10. You still got 7 more. You got to break
a few eggs if you want to make an omelet, Braden. Come on.
You do.
Rights.
You're right.
Your pesky rights. Seriously, they're getting in the way of our good time here in D.C. So you got to stop with the exercising of your rights. We don't like that. Just
You're
shut
right.
up, pay your taxes, surrender your rights, and be good little Marxist, whatever. Anyway.
Get your little red book. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Have your little red book.
Try not to cuss over
Communist
here.
Chinese.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. You can say commie. That's why we have your little commie escape valve. You can just throw commie in there.
If I want to say a 4-letter word, I'll just say commie instead. You're a real
commie this
commie.
chick. Anyway. Oh,
right.
Commie this woman. So.
Hey, assault weapons ban, folks. There goes Kamala.
Woo! It's an oldie but a goodie. But now I want to bring this up to our attention, Tim, because I think this is a good way to set up camp on something. I wanted to get a sip of coffee, but I'm not gonna. It's this important. So you've heard of Black Lives Matter, right? You've heard their work. You've seen their work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
not exactly on the right side of the spectrum politically.
No. Matter of fact, a lot of their work it included like 19 deaths, about $2 billion in property damage.
Indirectly, yes.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying there.
Yeah. They had a lot of fun between 2020 and 2022. They're out there just, peacefully protesting in the streets to the tune of about $2 billion in damages. Yeah.
It was so warm. Not a soul was cold.
Yeah.
And that's really the highlight of that. They were really providing warmth for the community. Now, granted, it was
literally a fire, but yeah.
It was, literally in breaking the ladder, while you're standing in a pit for a fire, when you could use the ladder to climb out of the pit. But anyway, that's a different thing. Back to Black Lives Matter. It turns out they're not a big fan of the way Kamala got in there, which kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, Tim, because I thought it was unanimity.
Yeah.
I thought it was like commie everywhere. It was like commie Kamala, let's get it. Let's commie go, This is an interesting thing. Let's dive into this here. This is number 4. Again, this is from the Twitter account of Black Lives Matter. A 24-hour process of talking to party bosses is not democratic, nor is it a process Democrats should be proud of. We do not live in a dictatorship. Delegates are not oligarchs. Installing Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee and an unknown vice president without any public voting process would make the modern Democratic Party a party of hypocrites. We call on the DNC to create a process that allows for public participation in the nomination process, not just a nomination by party delegates. You know how damning that is?
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. What kind of a world do we live in where AOC comes out and says AR-15 is one of the most popular firearms in America, and she's actually upset, presumably, about the attempted Trump assassination. Right. We have Fetterman out there, slinging mud, although he seems to have come back towards the left side of the spectrum recently. But, he was out there making a lot of sense there for a while. And then we have Black Lives. It's almost like the Democrats are really pissing off their base of support.
No.
But they're the most popular people on the planet right now, despite posts like this. This is an anomaly. I mean, Black Lives Matter is kind of a fence sitter. They're not really strongly left-leaning. It's not like their founders were Marxists or anything. They're actually quite practical people, and they tend to be, again, right in the middle of the political spectrum. So to see something like this is just, of course, I'm being facetious.
I mean, you are commie hilarious. I just want to throw it out there. I like this idea of using commies for 4-letter words because now I feel free to let it fly.
Commie is a 4-letter word.
You're that guy.
C-O-M-E.
You are that guy.
Commie.
I just want to let you know. I know.
I think right. Kamala Harris even said something about do not C-O-M-E. Do not come.
Why do you like that clip?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a great clip, though. I think Dr. Slides is taking a nap. Anyway, so all right. Where are we? Black Lives Matter.
No.
Making sense.
I got this. I got it. Yeah.
Cats and dogs getting along. This is insanity.
They're sleeping together.
I see unity on the left side of the spectrum, but it's not the kind of unity they think it is. Yeah.
Except nowhere. And in fact, a little fun point here, kind of going back to what we were speaking about earlier in this video. They are hailing Kamala as, again, like the second coming of Barack Obama, which I'm pretty sure in certain Democratic circles is blasphemy.
But I've seen that. But I have seen that.
Oh, yeah. Me too. It's 08 all over again. Oh, the hope and all. Okay, shut up. Anyway, but they don't. What you're not realizing, and this is kind of hard to articulate. You are looking at the Democrat base that is being excited because the specter that Trump was going to kick Joe Biden's commie it's now been dispelled. So you see the Democrat base, the vote blue no matter who are already going to vote for the Democrat, being excited. Meanwhile, the independents and the Republicans are like, nah, I'm good. Thanks. Yeah. The independent polling, dude, is like plus 17 for Trump over Harris. The favorability ratings are tremendously favoring Trump. And the swing states haven't changed as of the moment of this filming this video. It can always change. You're going to vote because you got to vote. Let's just be honest. You got to do it. But what they're telling you is not an accurate representation of what the ground looks like. I'm just saying.
And here's something funny I saw on Twitter. I don't remember which one of the paid talking heads it was for the DNC, but they said something about Harris needs to pick a VP that is left of her if they want to.
Oh, that was Davey Hogg. No, that was Davey Hogg. I saw that. Yep,
and of course I had to respond to that. It's like, you got to find a bigger Marxist than her if you want to entice the idiots in Gen Z, apparently. Because she's not far enough left on the political spectrum. I didn't know there was any more room to move further left, but apparently Gen Z thinks there is.
That's what I said. That was mine.
Oh, yeah?
That was mine. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Oh, exactly. I was like, wait a minute. Left of Kamala Harris? That's kind of like...
Isn't there a wall over there?
Like saying left of left. Like there's a wall at some point, doesn't it? Like it circles around again.
Maybe it's like the universe, Braden. There is no end to space. The left side of the political spectrum can just keep going to infinity and beyond.
Infinite. That's true. Yeah. I guess that's true. But yeah, that is an interesting point. You better get the young people with a further left than Kamala Harris. And it's like, that doesn't exist. And then also the other funny part is the Democrats are going to nominate someone who is much more centrist to get the older and more centrist vote of the Democrats. That is politics 101. If you have a far left candidate from California, you don't go with a far left candidate from Seattle. Right. That's just not how that works. Oh, that's a different video, though. Yeah. That's just a different thing.
Anyway, before we tie this thing up, I want to let everybody know that Dr. Slides is not asleep. It's just the soundboard's not working. So that's why he missed the do not call me.
Oh, he missed the do not call me?
All right. That. So anyway, hopefully you guys had a good time with this. We'll keep following the news as it develops. Thank you for watching Second Legacy, and we'll talk to you guys soon.